You know, there's nothing like coming back to your room after a weekend in town to find out somebody else is occupying it. Oh. Oh. Yeah, another beautiful day, another start of a beautiful week. I was actually hoping I'd come back here and all this would have been dug out by itself. That didn't happen. So, time to work. All right, well, that's a start. As you can see, the sun's kind of crept over here where I'm working. So in the meantime, I got to make some more shade. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a tarp there. I brought that barrel there, down there from the beach near the Wonder Falls. And along with the sand and the rocks, you need water for making concrete. So I got this big old barrel here from the Wonder Falls. I'm going to put up a tarp here, and what it's going to do is it's going to catch the rain between these trees here, and that rain will go down into the barrel here and collect there, so we'll have to bucket water up. So let's do that while the sun's hitting that spot there. Alrighty, well, it doesn't look like much, but it's going to do the job. You can kind of see where like the water comes out the center there, drop down the barrel. So I'll have plenty of free water for mixing my concrete and for watering the plants here. We're adding more and more coconut trees and plants and things and make this place look, well, I should say more beautiful. But there's not a cloud above me right now. So you know what that means? Wonder Falls. Here we go. One other little side project I'm doing each time I go to the Wonder Falls, and I'm making some little steps going back up the hill there. Makes it a little bit easier going up and down. Okay, back up we go. Okay, about 1 o'clock now, and like I said earlier, the sun, you can see how little bit of sun actually hits this spot here. This is going to be great for keeping the house cool. So it's like 1 o'clock now and already got shade here. So I continue my digging. Let's go. All right. right, it's been a long day, and thank God I had the extra energy for it. The elevation's starting to kind of smooth out a little bit. I did a little bit of work in the back there, but that darn tree is just a pain in the butt. That's going to be my fun project for tomorrow. So this is day 1 of week 4 finished. Doesn't look like much, but what can I say? Just a little bit at a time. So head on down for the day, jump in the ocean, and start again tomorrow. Okay, a couple last things. Planted this. This is a special coconut tree here. This one, I actually picked this coconut up when we actually had to hike over the mountains there. It was the waves were too rough, so we had to actually hike over the hill to Talawajong to meet the car. So I found this coconut to symbolize my first hike over the mountain, and Prada's really excited. Wow. So I planted that one. So she doesn't look like much, but I planted this one also. This one's from from Santa Lourdes, one of the coconut trees there. So I added her to this row of coconuts on this side of the hill. And that's it. Starting to sprinkle a little bit. Time to head back down the hill. All right, in the words of Mel Fisher, today is the day. And I'm not talking about finding treasure. This guy's got to go. It's in the way of absolutely everything I'm doing here. Trying to get that footer dug over there. I drew this line right here. This is going to be another footer where it's going to separate the closet from the bathroom. And before I do any of that, I got to dig this guy out, cut him up. And thanks to Mommy and Daddy in Manila and Tita Ann, via Philippine Express, I was able to get some saw blades from my reciprocal saw. Thank you very much for sending those to me. And we're going to put them to use today. Right, well, the sun is back in the spot where I'm working again, and I guess I got about, what, 1/4 of this thing cut. And I went through 3 batteries, so I think this is going to be a longer process than I thought, unless we can get somebody up here with a chainsaw or some dynamite. So in the meantime, since the sun hit this spot, you kind of see how the shade, half the house is always going to be under shade at one point or another, and then in the afternoon this side will be in the shade, so the sun never really hits the whole house at the same time. It's gonna be nice and cool, you know, like that. So time to go do some side projects. All right, you can see the lines of coconut trees there. There's 1, 2, and a little third one there, and I planted number 4 right here at the waterfalls, dry waterfalls, overlooking our rocky beach. Kind of neat. First time I've actually gone down here. Pretty, well, not easy, but nice little rock path right down to the beach here. So we'll clean it up a little bit in the future, make that a future project as well. And I planted another coconut right here. It's right next to the dry riverbed here, going down. And if you can see the line of coconuts I got there, 1, 2, 3 over there by the shovel. All right, well, I'm stumped. Look at the height of this root here. And when you look at it from the top, it just looks like it's just a few inches wide. That's pretty much what the whole tree's like over here, this stump. I've already used all 4 of my batteries. You gotta see how tall that root is there. And this one also. It's like cutting through trees. I don't know what to say, but I'm stumped. We're gonna have to bring the professionals up the hill one of these days with the chainsaw and finish what they started when they cut this thing down in the first place. All right, I don't even know what time it is. I've been working all day. But shadows are telling me it's probably around 3 or 4 o'clock, so gotta head down, get another bag of rocks, check out the waterfalls. Yeah, that's how I feel. As I said before, out of appreciation for the Island Queen who gave us that beautiful property, I kind of took it upon myself to kind of clean up this area here for her. And that's the other little side job I did today. And of course, the one time I had the camera somewhere besides with me, another one of those little brown monkeys was just over there. Prada saw him and gave him a good chase. Made her day. But aside from that, that's about it for today. Kind of at a standstill until we get somebody with some real power tools to get rid of that root. I'm just stumped. So that's about it for today. Grab my backpack and head back down to the beach. Okay, today is the day. Yeah, I know I said that yesterday. But you know what? Mel Fisher said that for 20 years till he got it right. Takio says he's going to come up here with the monster chainsaw and finish getting this big ugly thing out of the way. And then we can finally put a wrap on getting this all dug out and elevated. Prada, I don't know what she's doing. She's looking for monkeys, I know that. Okay, I hear some rustling going on just over the hill here. See if we can sneak up on some monkeys. It's a chicken. Stupid chickens. Ugh. Quit acting like you're a monkey. Okay, rescue team has arrived. Here's Takio.
Ito pala yung yung gingkat mo.
Opo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sige. So his plan is we're gonna burn it first and then take it out. Wow. Wow. That's what I said. Wow. Eddie, wow. Ako din. I tried that.
Wow. Pairam gulok mo, Mai.
Eddie, wow. Ito. Wow, sobrang macho. Ito. Doon. Magaling. Okay, while Takio was helping me try to find my bolo that flew out of the handle the other day, he made a correction for me. Originally, I thought this big ugly dead thing here was the property marker. It's actually this tree right here. Big monstrous guy right here. Which sets the difference about another, I don't know, 10-15 feet from where I originally thought the property was. And then the other property marker is that big tree right there on the right there in the middle. That one right there, that's the other property marker. So that little ledge there apparently belongs to Ryan, the driver of our beautiful Island Queen. So I guess I don't get to keep that little alcove over there, but that's okay. We got a beautiful view where we are anyways. Wow.
Okay na.
Okay.
Malakas si gamay.
Wow.
Toro.
Wow. Sobrang macho.
Sobrang bandam. Toro.
Oy.
Ito na.
Yes.
Tanggal.
Wow. Oy.
Alas 10. Bago natanggal.
Woo. Wow, maraming salamat.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Boy, what a blessing it is to have friends like Pinkoy and Gamoy and Takio, our captain. So all the hard stuff's out of the way. Now all I have to do is just move some dirt around. Hopefully I'll get that done today and tomorrow. And then next week we'll be able to start adding metal and get it ready for the concrete. But again, it's that time of the day where the sun's hitting that one corner of the house. It's time for me to hit a corner somewhere with more shade. I just can't get enough of that view. This is going to be great. Did you hear something? No? Alright. Alright, well here's another little area I wanted to clean up. Give you an idea how many plastic bottles float around in the ocean. This is just the one beach here we have. So I have that and all this dead, thorny, indigenous stuff that's beautiful to look at, but boy, they cut your legs up. And then I kind of put all these in one big pile and clean this area up a little bit. So we have one more beautiful beach to admire. There you go. In exchange for a couple hours of work the guys did on my property, went ahead and cleared up all this debris. This is just all dry stuff, and not to mention, I won't say how much plastic bottles, but there's way too many plastic bottles floating around the ocean, so hopefully they'll get incinerated in that fire along with all that dry stuff. And that way this beach here is also a little bit more beautiful. So grab another bag of rocks, head up top, and maybe come down with a lighter or something. Now that went up fast. Had no problems burning there. Make this area look a little bit better. Three little coconuts sitting in a row. Where do I put them? I don't know either. Brada, do you know? I guess not. Well, last night I did some calculations as far as the materials I'm going to need and how much more rock, how much more sand, plywood, 2x4s, blah, 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 blah. And kind of came to the conclusion that it's going to probably be a couple more weeks before we do the pour, because I got to go into town, order everything, get it, all the materials here, the rebar, cement. So I'm going to kind of do a little slowdown, and I don't know about you, but I'm kind of tired of looking at this anyways. So I'm just going to kind of clear this up a little bit today and do some of those other projects, like figure out where to put those last 3 coconuts, and we'll take it from there. Brada's just going to chill out, as always. Okay, to answer the riddle earlier, where am I going to put those coconuts? So I started out with one line that was right here. It kind of goes down the hill in that direction. There's 4 of them. And then I moved over a little bit. Where are you? There you are. And I added another line of coconuts here, going down that way. So I added one more line of coconuts. There's the little guy right there, just planted. And then this ornamental's already been here. And it's kind of tricky finding the place for the last ones. In that little spot there that doesn't have anything in it right now. And that's going to put all the coconuts on the left side of the house, most of them, because this is kind of where the side of the house starts. Oh, I forgot. I did put one more right here. This coconut here symbolizes kind of where the one edge of the house is going to be, and then of course over here on this side is where the other edge is going to be. I kind of put 2 of them there, one there and one there, and kind of go right down the middle of the path there. And then of course with these coconuts I did the same thing, put a line going down the hill there. So we got lines of coconuts that'll be growing, and maybe about 5 years I'll be making pina coladas. Now let's head back up and get some dirt moved. Right, Prada? I want to give a little example of how I'm taking my time and making sure every detail's considered very important. This was only built like within the last year, these little steps here, and you can see already they're falling apart, just cracking, and and when you look really closely at them, you look at how thin they are. It's not really that thick, and you really don't see much stone in the concrete mix either. This is why I don't want to say argue, but I kind of go back and forth with Takio and the other guys about why I want so much rock in the concrete and the rebar metal and everything. Because what I build, I want it to last. And I don't want it to end up like this. This was a beautiful idea, but I don't know, whoever put this cement together, they either try to do it the cheap way or not the proper way, at least. That's the lesson for the day. Now to the Wonderfalls. Well, I think day 4 is going to be coming to a close pretty quickly, and here's what I've got. Pile of sand, pile of rocks, pile of dirt that's halfway graded, pile of stumps with a pair of shoes in it, and a pile of rocks. Pretty much sums up week number 4. So pretty much all I gotta do now is just get this to where it's set at a 3-foot grade. You can see where I kind of stop there because it keeps raining on and off, and I can tell it's getting ready to downpour soon. So so next week we'll finish up digging out the footers on the sides and the one running across the middle there, and then we will wait on the rebar, the metal and the plastic and concrete, and maybe another 200 buckets of sand and rock. But that's going to be it for this week. Storms are starting to roll in. I'm going to roll out. Let's go, Prada, before we all get wet. I told you it was going to rain. Whew, got as far as just over the hill here. And here it comes. Well, guess I'll hang out here for a little bit.